Hey everyone! Pastor Gino Jennings has publicly criticized gospel superstar Kirk Franklin, accusing him of delivering diluted sermons and betraying the church's teachings. Jennings, known for his outspoken nature, claims that Franklin's approach is leading people away from God rather than guiding them toward Him. This controversy arises from Jennings's long-standing reputation for challenging what he perceives as false teachings and misleading pastors within the modern church. Franklin, a prominent figure in gospel music celebrated for his influence and mainstream success, now finds himself at the center of this heated debate, raising questions about the authenticity of his messages and their impact on the faith community. Gino Jennings criticizes Kirk Franklin, claiming that Franklin's influence is detrimental to the church rather than beneficial. Jennings points to serious accusations against Franklin, including questionable performances and the mixing of secular and sacred music, arguing that Franklin has strayed from his true calling. This conflict raises the question of whether Jennings is justified in his views or if it represents a generational divide in gospel music, as Jennings embodies traditional, strict holiness while Franklin has modernized the genre by incorporating elements from hip-hop, R&B, and pop culture. The contrasting approaches of these two figures highlight the complexities within the gospel music community. Gino Jennings has criticized Kirk Franklin, viewing him not merely as a controversial musician, but as a significant threat to the integrity of the church. Jennings argues that when gospel artists like Franklin cater to worldly influences, they compromise the true message of God, leading to a dilution of faith and potential deception of their audience. This isn't the first time Franklin has faced criticism for his innovative approach to gospel music, but Jennings's direct and powerful condemnation may represent one of the most serious challenges to Franklin's artistic choices. The debate raises questions about whether Jennings's perspective is overly harsh or if he is highlighting a genuine concern regarding the future of the modern church, suggesting that Franklin's influence could contribute to its decline. The unfolding of this conflict promises to be significant. Reverend Jennings strongly criticized Kirk Franklin's music, arguing that it detracted from true Christian values and led believers away from God. He accused Franklin of promoting a diluted version of Christianity that encouraged worldliness and allowed sin to thrive within the church. Jennings took his concerns seriously, dedicating an entire sermon to denounce Franklin's influence, warning his congregation that following such artists could lead to spiritual ruin. The atmosphere in the church was likely charged as Jennings passionately urged his followers to completely reject Franklin's music, framing his condemnation as a serious spiritual warning rather than just a personal opinion. Franklin's silence in the face of Jennings's harsh online accusations sparked mixed reactions. While some interpreted his lack of response as a sign of weakness, others viewed it as a strategic choice to avoid giving Jennings the attention he craves through confrontation. Jennings thrives on provoking reactions and has built his platform on calling others out, which may have influenced Franklin's decision to remain quiet. However, this silence led to growing speculation and pressure from Franklin's fans, who were eager to know if he would defend himself against Jennings's claims or allow the pastor's words to shape his narrative. Kirk Franklin addressed the controversy surrounding his gospel music style with a surprising and humble response. Instead of engaging in conflict or defending himself aggressively, he acknowledged the differing opinions about his approach, admitting that some believe he has strayed too far by blending gospel with modern music. Franklin emphasized his commitment to his mission of bringing people closer to God, expressing understanding towards those who disagree with him while remaining steadfast in his beliefs. This approach shocked many, as it showcased his humility rather than a combative stance. Pastor Gino Jennings intensified his feud with Kirk Franklin following Franklin's calm response, turning the disagreement into a fierce battle over the church's direction. Contrary to expectations that the situation would cool down, Jennings, known for his passionate preaching, continued to press his accusations. In a bold sermon delivered to his congregation, Jennings made it clear that he would not back down, emphasizing his stance with an unapologetic and confrontational approach, indicating that for him, this conflict was about much more than music. It was about the very soul of the gospel artists, including Kirk Franklin and Mary, advocates for the evolution of gospel music to resonate with contemporary audiences, incorporating hip-hop beats and R&B styles to attract younger listeners. They argue that traditional hymns do not engage today's youth, and adapting the genre is essential for reaching the next generation. In contrast, artist Jennings firmly believes that gospel music should remain unchanged, viewing modern adaptations as a compromise of faith. His strong criticism of Franklin's approach extends to labeling him a false leader, suggesting that such changes could lead people away from true holiness. This clash highlights the ongoing debate about the future of gospel music and its role in faith. Kirk Franklin faced public scrutiny after a controversial statement from preacher Jennings, who criticized him as out of touch. Initially responding with grace, Franklin later went silent, leading to speculation about his feelings regarding Jennings' remarks. Instead of further engaging in the debate, Franklin made a surprising move by announcing a surprise gospel concert, choosing to let his music convey his message and foster worship, effectively shifting the focus away from the controversy. This bold action demonstrated his commitment to his faith and artistry without adding fuel to the fire of public discourse. The ongoing debate surrounding gospel music highlights a division within the church regarding the influence of secular elements in worship. While some believe that modernizing gospel music strays from its spiritual roots, others view it as a means to connect with people and guide them back to faith. Ultimately, the core issue transcends style and tradition. It centers on whether the music genuinely facilitates a connection to God. If Kirk Franklin's music inspires worship and spiritual transformation in many, that may be the most important aspect of the discussion. As the conversation continues, Pastor Gino Jennings is likely to remain a vocal critic of public figures in this context. Thanks for watching.